Hello everyone, welcome back to an exciting new edition of Let's Play Silent Hill 4 The Room. So in the last episode we watched the tragic passing of our old stuttering friend Jasper Gain. Fortunately now drinking chocolate milk in heaven has been fired from his job. So yeah, that is very mean. But anyway, if you check in the bathroom we notice that the hole has changed shape again. And we can hear some children's voices going on. So yes, Henry, let's go to the hole. Let's go save these children because, heck, we didn't see any of them yesterday, and we were at an orphanage. Yesterday, I mean by the past video. Other than the little boy that we saw, that was it. So, Henry is sleeping on the job. But, you know, you gotta give the man credit. He's been through hell recently. For the last two episodes, we watched two people get killed right before his eyes. And he didn't know where to go, too. So, Henry, wakey, wakey, lemon squeezy. Those children aren't going to save themselves, you know. That's it, buddy. That's it. Get familiar with your new surroundings, because that's where you're going to be are for the next half an hour. Oh.
Get me out! Get me out of here! Help! Help! Get me out of here! Help! Help! Get me out of here!
Okay, so we notice that Henry is breathing very heavily. No, you really should take some yoga classes, because that would help you. Whoa. That is one of the creepiest cutscenes so far in the game that I've witnessed. And if you check, well, if you actually noticed it, we heard some footsteps and we saw a shadow of a person walking back and forth. It's kind of like we're being watched. And we look on that sign. Hey, someone is watching us! Big Brother is watching you. Or Jesus, or the Lord himself. Okay, so let us explore our Cylindrical Prison. Yeah, this is what the next area of Silent Hill 4 we have to explore is called, yeah, the Water Prison. Or we like to call it the Walter Prison.
Out.
Don't worry.
Get me the hell out of here.
We will, don't worry. You're in good hands. John's taking care of it. So if you check the sloppy note, it tells you that there is the scariest place on the first floor basement. There's a kitchen in the northeast, and northwest is a death chamber. To get in there, you have to punch in the right numbers. I don't know the numbers. It was too dark to see. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, in Silent Hill, we always have a flashlight. So if we check the map, yeah, that is pretty much the prison area. It's going to be a cylindrical with 5 floors. So 2 basement areas and 3 floors. So this is pretty much the first floor. Yeah, and being watched in the middle room, we know. We know. Okay, so checking more rooms, and I believe that is about it.
He's gonna kill me.
Don't worry, you're safe for now. No one's gonna get you in a little cell. Okay, so sloppy written note here. Another useful item. To get to the surveillance rooms in the middle of the complex, you have to use the corpse disposal chute in the cells. However, on the first and second floors, these cells are locked. That's so the kids wouldn't discover them. So you have to go to the first floor from one of the cells on the third floor. I know how to do it, but it's really a pain. Also, the lights only work on the third floor. Man, kids! Gee, what did kids do to deserve this? To be in this ugly prison. Ugh. Okay, so if you go down the stairs, pretty much between the first floor and the basement floor, you'll be able to pick up a saint medallion. And the saint medallions are useful for negating some of the negative energy that the ghosts will have on you, so that way you don't get a headache from actually going there. Okay, so pretty much basement 1, you can't go in there just yet, and this is basement 2 area, which is the water wheel. So if we take the key, we get the water prison exit key, which is pretty handy. And we also give a note how to turn on the lights. So basically, we have to turn the water wheel all the way on the rooftop. Cool. And then it files the messages. So Now, let's make our way to this type of room, which is just a generator room, so really nothing to see here. It will come up later on during the series. Okay, so walking up the stairs, Henry's gonna get some good exercise, so I guess that's how he's going to be breathing very hard. Okay, so you know, this music does remind me of the first level floor mall in Silent Hill 3, the alternate mall. That was when the dogs were howling. Very, very similar. Okay. And after all, Akira Yamaoka is the guy who's producing this incredible soundtrack. So here is the water prison. Yeah, definitely we're on water. And ladies and gentlemen, the ladders here are your very best friend. That way it'll certainly cut a lot of time going on them. Okay, so in this floor, which is the second floor of the prison, just populated by maggots, so nothing really to need to see here. I peed in my pants. I gotta wash them so no one finds out. Oh, I saw a shadow. I think someone saw me. Yeah, peeing in your pants would be embarrassing if you were a prisoner. Yeah, because you're probably in gray jumpsuits, so yeah, it kind of shows with it. Okay, so in this room, there's nothing here to see. Let's check this. Yeah, Henry's looking at those maggots. Oh, here's a diary. I've been watching the surveillance room peephole the whole time, and someone's there. I could tell that he has a shadow moving or hear his footsteps. Yeah, kind of like we saw in the first floor. Okay, so careful here. There's broken lock. Oh, ow. Okay, so these are a new enemy that we haven't seen yet. These are called toadstools. No relation to the Mushroom Kingdom people. These are the bad ones. And then we smash a slug. Or a maggot. Okay, so 2 broken locks, and let's try this room. Oh, I guess we're down to the second floor, so that's it. Okay, so let's go up to the 3rd floor, but you guys, you know what? Let me take a little pit stop to the rooftop so I can say, I'm king of the world! That's actually pretty funny, I had to do that. Okay, so if you check in the back of the prison, you will see the valve. And we'll turn the handle. We should have gave this job to Valtail because he's the master of turning valves. Okay, so doing that will enable the little trapdoors to open up, which will let some water in and spin the generator, spin the water wheel, and will turn on the lights on the 3rd floor. So that is how they pay the electricity. Or that's how they create electricity. Hydropower. Awesome. The way to go. Self-sustained prison. Okay, so going down to the 3rd floor, let's try to explore those 8 cell blocks that they have. Okay, and then we'll meet a new enemy here. So, in this room, okay, we can see it's well lit, and this guy is a bookworm. Means reads a lot of books. Holy, I just saw someone there. Okay, there's a hole here. There must be those disposable units. Okay, so these guys are known as twin heads or twin victims. These basically look like hobbits, and you notice that he is wearing 2 baby masks. Now, these guys represent Billy and Miriam Locane. These are victims 7 and 8 that Walter Sullivan killed. Oh, look at this. This is the funniest part. Okay, now it will look like I'm sleeping. Huh, wonder what those footsteps are. Sure. Like, the guy is gonna be really stupid to see a person clothing without the person in there. So anyways, back to the Miriam and Billy Locane. So if you notice, if you played Silent Hill 2, and I believe you watched my videos on it, if you check the the memo just before going inside the 1 compartment, as well as you'll see again the Trick or Treat game show that was in the elevator. They were mentioning these two lovely people, unfortunately, that tragically got killed with an axe that Walter Sullivan killed, and these represent those two. So victims 7 and 8, these are the only ones that are not ghosts, as opposed to Mr. Sullivan himself, which is victim number 11. Okay, so here we have some toadstools. If you want, you can read a diary. This says, we had beef stew yesterday in the cafeteria. Heard that there's a death changer behind the kitchen, and they took meat straight from the dead people and cook it. That is really disgusting. But I guess once upon a time, when we were cavemen, we actually ate some people, though. So, I don't know. Yeah, but that's... I'm in trouble. I stood on the surveillance room, but no one stood out. I couldn't read it if my life were dependent on it. Okay, so checking here. I think this is the last room. And we see some clothes lying here. Okay. So now we're going to do what the guy told us to do, going down one of those disposal units and see what we have here. So I'm going to check on this room here. Okay, bloody bed. Okay, that's fine. So we're just going to repeat like James Sunderland once did, jumping into prison. Okay, we're going to do it once more. And theoretically we should be in basement 1, only that I just messed up big time. Okay, so we have to find an actual hole that will bring you down the 3 levels. So now for my mistake, I have to go back all the way to the 3rd floor. No big dibby. And that guy looks so much like Danny DeVito. Okay. So let's go to the 3rd floor. And there we go. Only a minute later, so that cut some time in half. Okay, so definitely trying to look for the other one. Okay, let me check this room here. Okay, there's one here. I ain't going back there again. Okay, so let me check the other room next door. Yeah, that seems logical. Okay, so jump in the hole. That's 1. Okay, jumping in. Zoop. And there we go. Voila, I just did it. Zoop. And that brings us to the shower room. And of course, populated by 2 twin victims. Yeah, they actually kind of look like the Hobbit from Lord of the Rings, but then again, I couldn't really tell you from experience, I never watched The Ring. Okay. Yeah, they actually are pretty strong, so you want to make sure that you want to keep hitting them. And then 1 stomp will bring them down, and they're dead. Okay, so this brings us to the 1st floor basement level. And this is locked on the other side, but we're going to be unlocking it very soon. So let's go up the ladder and explore the surveillance room. Okay, cool. It's a document here. Continue to deteriorate. As a result, the kids inside can no longer go outside, but they know a little about it. I can't open the doors, but from the other room, I can watch them more and more emancipated each day. With no food and showing them, following the suggestion of emergency, they're supposed to garbage show, blah blah blah. We can dispose of the bodies without the others noticing by aligning each cell with the body in it vertically. P.S. I bet you're dying to see the interrogation room behind the kitchen. I understand your feelings of this. There are 3 rooms with bloody beds. One is on the 1st floor, the other one's on the 2nd, and one on the 3rd floor. If you align them perfectly, bingo, that's it. Yeah, you know, we really should call Child Protection Services. Yeah. Okay, so let us find the hole with the bed. Okay, and then our goal is to align them by rotating the second and third floors. And I guess we just found it. And that is the 1 o'clock position on your analog clock. If you can read analog clocks, you should know what I'm talking about. Right. So definitely we're going to go up and examine the second floor to see another memo here, or document. And it tells you to keep a close eye on the kids. It's important to keep the walls well lit. And precaution of blackout. They were running on a private generator, hydroelectric jam. Yeah. And I will keep the kids well behaved. If you turn the handle in the middle room, you can easily rotate the cells. You can't rotate the first floor, so align the second and third floors. Both in hands, give it a try, Chief. And yes, I did open the sluice gate upstairs, so yeah. Okay, so if you do have it on harder difficulties, you won't get that information. Okay, so our next objective is to find the bloody bed and try to rotate it so we can get it at the 1 o'clock position. And I just found it. And right now it's at the 7 o'clock. So I'm going to have to rotate it left a couple of times. Okay. So this is one of the more slightly confusing puzzles in Silent Hill 4. And it actually happens to be the only puzzle that's in there. Because normally Silent Hill is full of puzzles. This one is very lackluster in puzzles. Okay, so we're trying to figure out where it is, and I'm trying to be going into the map, and I'm going to be going back and forth, because this is going to do is trial and error, because I don't even have the codes of how much you have to turn it. Okay, so let me check. Is this, yeah, that's the bloody bed. So, I'm going to turn it left another time. Okay, so that's twice I turned it left. Okay, so definitely there's something at the 1 position. No, that's okay. That looks okay. Now look at this one. No, okay, so that moved. Okay, so let me check this one here. The one next to it. Okay, well that's lit, so that's not... Oh, okay, I'm wrong room. Try this one. Okay, definitely not. So, there it is. We found it. Which is on the 4 o'clock position. Okay, so we're going to have to rotate it, I think, one more time. Just to be on the safe side. So, turning left 3 times. Okay, I think I should rotate it one more time. Because I just noticed on the map there was no hole. Okay, so for the 4th and final time, we check, and da-da-da-da, here it is, and I don't care about Mommy, why don't you wake you up? Ta-da! We found it. We aligned it. The 1st and 2nd floors are aligned. Now all that's left is to do is the 3rd one. Now, this last document here, a certain type of memo, tells you that the secret number is 0302. Oh, our apartment number. Okay, so let's find out where the bloody bed is in the 3rd floor. Okay, so that's the toadstool room. Okay, that's the other room here. Okay, it's the bookworm. Okay, so what I'm going to do is turn it right once. And turning it left or right will unlock the guy's door. So, yeah, he definitely does look like Donnie DeVito. Okay, so let me rotate it once more. So I can get any one on the right position. There we go. Let me check if it's the right one. And no, that's not it. Wrong people. No, a little bit more. There we go. That's the people. That's the one you should be looking for. And ladies and gentlemen, voila. The 3rd bed is aligned. So remember, the top floor, the 3rd floor, rotate it twice to the right. And on the 2nd floor, rotate it left 4 times. Okay, so go inside the basement. We see a cutscene.
Make it make standing anymore. me stay in there. God, please. Come on, let me out of here. So I didn't die in here. Make me stay in there, Walt. Walter, I'm telling you, stay down. Walk away.
Who is that boy? And who are you?
His name's Walter. Walter Sullivan. I used to work at the orphanage watching the kids. I'm Andrew DeSalvo. They tried to make it seem like an orphanage, but according to that town's holy scriptures, it was actually the center of their religion. And that kid Walter, he was really into that mumbo jumbo. Especially that descent of the Holy Mother business. It was scary. Oh, God. Oh my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Okay, so Andrew is a man of few words. Okay, so make sure to go forward because you'll be plagued by those toadstools. Yeah, he certainly likes talking to himself. Okay, so let me... Where's that music? Where is that creepy music? Ah, there we go. Too bad I won't be able to live it. Okay, so now I guess what's our next job here is to go down the 3 aligned paths that will unlock the kitchen so we can input that code. I have a feeling that that guy is not going to live very longer. I mean, so far in the last 2 episodes, every time we meet someone, they always end up dying. Man. I wonder if Henry has an effect on people. And that's why he is good reason to lock himself in this room. Okay, so running on to the 3rd floor. Yeah, that is one with the bloody bed, so let's jump down. Just like good old James did in Silent Hill 2. Yeah, once more, and one more time for good luck. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we should be inside the kitchen, and yes, we are. Okay, so let me go to kill all these toadstools and inspect the cafeteria. See if I can find anything useful. And I did not. Okay, so this unlocks the main area, so that way we have all our doors unlocked. So it should be fine if we ever come back to visit here. Okay. Excellent. It doesn't really matter because we'll be healing ourselves very soon. Okay, so we'll get our new placard. It's called the Watchfulness Placard. There we go, from the Walter Prison. And it shows an eye. So let's input our code 0302, which is just a pure coincidence that this is the same apartment number. Okay, so... Ooh, what a awesome death chamber. This is where they kill the kids. Call Child Protection Services and get them on the double. Yeah, I told you that guy didn't live long. And his number's carved into the chest, 18121. Or 18 out of 21. So another 3 more people and the game's over. The way we're cracking at it. And there we go. There lies Andrew DeSalvo, an unbeliever of the Holy Scriptures. And that's going to become to haunt him later in the past. Oh, in the future, actually. Okay. Or another dream. Man, I've been having these nightmares. I just saw another person get killed. And it was Danny DeVito. Okay, so now that we're up and about, and our TV starts to come on. Wonder who opened the TV. Maybe it was that guy named Jimmy Stone. Hey, dude, what's up, brother? That room is so you, dude. They know that we met in the first episode, or maybe Henry was actually sleepwalking and mistakenly turned the TV on without it knowing. Yeah. Anyway, if we go over here, there's the radio, which is our quintessential item in the series. Anyways, let's look in the apartment window. We notice that our people are doing well here. We got the Hotel South Ashfield building, which will be the highlight of next episode, and the number 555-3750 that will come again into play. So the last thing I'll do is to read these two red diaries, which are actually very useful. One of them is the plot, and the other one has to deal with killing ghosts. Yes. So apparently, this guy named Joseph Schreiber finds a sword with a triangular-shaped wooden handle. And you have to strike when the sword is energized, and these will repel the ghosts. So essentially, this is what we have to use to kill the ghosts. So, there's only 5 of them, so we gotta use them wisely. So I'll tell you which ghosts to use them on, so you don't have to worry. And this one here talks about the plot. So lately I've been feeling like my life is in serious danger, yada yada yada. In case something's happened to me, I've decided to write down what I've learned from whoever is living in this apartment. I've been investigating the mass murder that took place 7 years ago, in which 10 people were killed in 10 days. They were killed in a variety of ways, but the one thing they had in common is that the numbers were carved into their chests, and the name. So we have the numbers 11121 up to 110121. The name of their killer, Walter Sullivan. Definitely very cool. Alright, so let's check on Eileen. I want to do that impression of being being like a quagmire. Ah, she's not there, darn it. She must be out somewhere and about. So, open up the chest and dump your items, and that's it. So thanks for watching, everyone. Have a nice day, and stay tuned for the next one.